Fix the camera. Getting the lights where they need to be. There we go. Pretty solid, pretty good. Hordak holding down the fort. That's what I want. Thanks, boss. Alright, computer's over there trying to render the video, so that should be good. Whoa, Les Prime, hey! Cheesimus, hello, hello. Alright, couple of people coming in. We're gonna give a sec. Colin Miller, found a few of these in person. Sick. No, that's the thing is, some of them are actually starting to show up at Walmart now. I saw a few of them closer to the holidays. Hey, Shard, how's it going? Hello, hello. So we got a few people already coming through the door. Sick. I'm gonna get a swig of my drink real quick. Transformers Official Studio. Hello, hello. I don't think I've seen that name before. Les Prime, another live stream, my favorite. Sick. Colin Miller says super weird gimmick, to be honest. You mean like the model kits? Transformers Official Studios loves Transformers. Sick. Oh, Dead End. I am being mauled by one of those tiny raptor Dinobots. O-Prime Edits has arrived. Dead End is in immense pain. Speaking of immense pain, I live in Savannah. We had a snowstorm last night. That doesn't happen. And we're still snowed in. We had, I think it was 7 inches of snow in all, which might not be a lot to some people. It's a lot down here, so we are doing our best. Transformers Official Studio. What is my favorite Transformer? Character or toy? Because character, it is Thundercracker, Cliffjumper, Alita 1. Toy, it's Generations War for Cybertron Soundwave. Colin Miller, not the model kit. Wait till you open them up. Oh, okay. O-Prime Edits, I almost died last 2 weeks. How'd you almost die, O-Prime? Transformers Official Studio, wow, I have no snow. Oi. Lance Prime asking if O-Prime's changed their profile. Dead End just says, kill me now. O-Prime says, yes, they changed. Alright. Oh, apparently a friend made that logo for O-Prime. Last Prime says it looks good. Wait says, hello, Hordak. Yeah, Hordak is my boy right now. Drake says, I'm used to this cold and snow. Yeah, tell me about it. Oop, what we got here? Bonnie says, Runny Bonnie to Johnny. O-Prime Edits. Oh, God. O-Prime, I remember you telling me about this. Yeah, they live in LA. Yeah, you had commented on a video and they made a community post, but I remember you sent me a message telling me that at least it wasn't like at least you survived, you know. But man, I'm so sorry, O-Prime. I didn't realize that's what you were talking about. Colin Miller, Punch Counter Punch. Punch is the best character. Not biased because I own the car. Okay. O-Prime says at least the fire moved away from downtown, so yeah, there's that. Last Prime says yesterday was -4 for temperature. Oi. Cheeseman says evaluate A equals 4, M equals -2, and minus equals 2. I don't know what that means. Air conditioner, yo, how many bucks are we opening this time? We're not going to do a big stream. It's probably just going to be 1 or 2 this time around. Dead End, do you ever consider the fact that we simply be playthings for beings beyond our comprehension? Dead End becoming like, not Stanley Tucci, what's his name? John Buscemi in Spy Kids now. Last Prime, oh, thank God you survived, O-Prime. O-Prime screams, I would have been so pissed if my collection got burnt down. Oy. Transformers Official Studio, I wish I had that many subscribers. I mean, keep at it, you know? The only reason I got subscribers is because I kept going. Last Prime, I did not know you were in that fire. O-Prime's talking about their Transformers and their Autobots. Wait says, oh yeah, it was in the negatives here, still not stopping me from going to classes. Oy. Very different story in Savannah, Wait, to be honest with you. Cheeseman's Problem, I also live in LA, but I live in an area that wasn't harmed, besides the air quality being crap and me needing to wear a mask. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, when I was still living closer to the Smoky Mountains, there was a horrible forest fire there that I think for a while held the record for, like, the biggest forest fire in the United States history. And for weeks, we couldn't breathe. Bro is the new Kai Siant. Oh, wait. Dr. Stocks, I have to attend a concert, so I won't make it. Have a good day. Well, thanks for popping in, Doc. We'll do this again before too long. Dead end. I'd like to say animated is the only time Hasbro did drag strip right. I really like animated drag strip. I agree with you. Air conditioner, another box per hour stream. I see. Here, we're gonna get started. Last problem, I have 239 subscribers. Sick. Wait, drag. It makes sense. Here. So, this is Shining Version Wave 2. In this wave, you can get Toy Version Optimus, Grimlock, Sideswipe, Beachcomber, Soundwave, Sunstorm, and an even more toy-accurate Optimus. I've already gotten the Grimlock, so we're still going to get the rest of the wave. It's just a matter of what order we get them in. So, I'll catch up on comments as soon as we get these things opened up. So, boop, we have a couple of back... Wow. Oh, wait a minute. No, that doesn't tell us who it is yet. I forget that with Blokees, they just give you the one directions. I got really, really worried there for a sec. But alright. Let's give this a go. Who's it gonna be? Oh, I think that's Beachcomber. That's Beachcomber! Alright. We got the boy! One of my absolute favorite Transformers ever. I love Beachcomber in all his guises. And if you've seen the many toys of Beachcomber, you know why. For anyone who may not know, the reason I like Beachcomber so much is because growing up, the first Transformers comic I got was Spotlight Mirage. Spotlight Mirage had Transformers Mosaic, Beachcomber. And I just adored. It was a one-page comic, and just everything you need to know about Beachcomber is right there. And I think it's a perfect mini Transformers story, which a lot of the Transformers Mosaics were. They were just incredibly well done. Done by fans, too. Like, those weren't IDW writers. Those were just really good fan comics that got published. You know, say what you will about the Collectors Club, God knows I have. All the issues they had, there was a period in which they were a great asset to the fan artists and them getting recognition. It's a shame that they, towards the end, became something of a scourge to fan art, but, you know. What's the line from The Dark Knight? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's where we were with the Collectors Club. All right. Building up our boy right now. It's been so long since we've done one of these streams that I'm actually struggling to remember how to build up a Blokees. So I know that's the shoulder piece. That's what I was looking for. Dude, I want to see if I can parse this out without looking at the directions, just because Beachcomber should be a simple build. And I feel like I can remember how to do it. Doop. But, yeah, I've just always loved Beachcomber. I think that his episode of the G1 cartoon is, if it's not my favorite episode of G1, it's definitely in, like, my top 10. I think it's a really cool episode. One of the best, even. And a sad one. I feel like that was the first time that, like, we saw the Autobots arguably being just as bad as the Decepticons. Because they were celebrating in the ashes, too. Like, while they were cheering, Beachcomber was over to the side, literally burying a bunch of the animals whose home they destroyed. I'll never get the hate people give Beachcomber. Because when I was coming up, I remember people would always be like, haha, he's a hippie. Oh, wow, he would rather hang out with animals than win the war. What a stupid guy. And, like, I'm so glad that, like, basically as more people grew up and we grew out of a lot of the weird fandom in-jokes, people now seem to just generally like Beachcomber. It helps that Skybound is doing such a cool job with him. Like, all the reasons to love Skybound, another big one, is they're doing Beachcomber right. Giving him a lot of cool stuff. I gotta give him the golden hand. I have to give him his golden hand. Ah, man. I don't know what it is, but Beachcomber's having just the hardest time staying together for me. That's so weird. I've never had this issue with the Blokees before. Maybe it's just how the pieces are coming together. But he is really weak at the shoulder. Alright, I'm going to build the arm kind of separate this time, just because of how often it popped out. Oop. What's more good Beachcomber stuff? Do you guys know about how he was supposed to be in Transformers Animated? And unfortunately, Derek J. Wyatt and a lot of the animated cast hated Beachcomber. So he was going to show up. He was going to be voiced by Tom Kenny. It was going to be a lot of stoner jokes. And then Shockwave was just going to kill him. Like, he was going to be there long enough to, like, do some stoner jokes and then die. Like, I think he wasn't supposed to be the one who got turned into a cube. That was always supposed to be Blur. But he was supposed to be the first Autobot to discover Shockwave. He would have done it before Blur. Oh. See, it happened again. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. That's not good. The poor boy's just coming to pieces. Come on, there we go. I don't know what it is. Blokees are usually so durable, but something about Beachcomber, he's really having a hard time staying together. I might need to get just a little bit of sticky tack or maybe a little bit of super glue, and I'll try to strengthen up some of these connection points. Got his crotch together. Love building myself some robot crotches. That's got to be my favorite hobby. Boop. And boop. All right. So now we'll build up the knees. Doop. Doop. There was a Bayverse Beachcomber. He never showed up in anything, but like they made Beachcomber in the movie toy line. He was Dune Runner. They used the Dune Runner mold. And I've always wondered, like, what would a Bayverse Beachcomber even be? I feel like I know what it would be. It would be him making jokes about being anti-war. They'd probably make some pot jokes and he would die horribly. They would do to him what they did to Q, where he would be like saying, like, we don't need to fight. Why are we doing this? And then he would be horribly beaten to death by, I don't know, like a Decepticon baby or something. Just like Q. Doop. Okay, that's the front bit. Oop. About to put that on backwards. Ow. Wow. Just having a hard time holding anything tonight. There we go. And go ahead and put in the leg again. Up. And papa. All right. The boys coming together. We're almost there. Up. And pop. Okay, now we just need a couple of ankles. There we go. Alright, and now we can build his head. Okay, that's kind of cool how they did his visor. How it's just this big piece of translucent plastic. I think I would have preferred for it to be painted. Personally, I think I would have preferred that, but I guess this is for the light-up gimmick. Oh, it actually looks better than I thought it would. Okay. And now we'll put on the back of his head. Boop. Looks good. Put in the neck. There we go. And then for accessories, we have an Energon Cube, which is nice. We have Beachcomber's gun, which, one, that's incredibly accurate. I'm amazed that they actually went to the bother of giving him his proper gun. I don't think of Beachcomber with a gun, so I probably won't keep him with it. But this is the best part. He has the Paradise Parakeet, just like Legacy Beachcomber did. So I'm going to put that right here. There we go. There we go. Ah, the boy. He looks so good. He looks great. I love that. Okay. Oh, no. Hordak. Hordak, no. Hordak is going to start, like, corrupting Beachcomber. Oh, no. He also has a base, so we could put him on the base, but I don't see a reason why. So, let's catch up on some comments. Oh, wow. A lot came through. Let's see here. O Prime edits playing Fortnite Ballistic with a friend right now. Cool. Walt says Godspeed. Bonnie says TF Prime has been overrated into oblivion. I totally agree with you. Prime's an okay show. It's even a good show, but it's not the pinnacle of Transformers. Cheesimus, that... Maybe don't try to do that, though. Maybe just don't try saying stuff like that in your videos. Transformers Official Studio says cool. Dead End says Breakdown owes me money. Oh no. Bonnie says W Cheesimus. Colin Miller. Didn't get Prime out of mine. Got Beachcomber and the Yellow Seeker. I don't know his name for some reason. That'd be Sunstorm. I know that there's technically 2 Yellow Seekers, but I'm almost positive that this one's supposed to be Sunstorm. Transformers Official Studio asks, what did Breakdown do now? O'Prime Edit says, ain't this the 3rd G1 Optimus we got these New Year's? O'Prime Edits, every wave of Blokees has a new Optimus. I think we're on Optimus number, 7. Dead End, he just owes me money. O'Prime Edits, it's the guy that was going to die in the anime by Shockwave replacing Blur, but they changed it. Okay, so yeah, other people knew about this. Last Prime, that toy design is my favorite for Optimus next to Live Action Prime and TF1. Sick. O Prime Edit says Rip Beachcomber. Cheesimus Prime says, I'm making a Cliffjumper shrine for a video and hopefully it's funny. That sounds like it'd be a fun video, Cheesimus. I'd dig it. I have a Shockwave shrine at this point, I just realized. Transformers Official Studio, do you have the Transformers Bumblebee movie Skywarp? I do, and I love him. I think he's a great toy. He's probably my favorite use of that mold. Bonnie, I think that autocorrect might have got you there. I think you were trying to say Beachcomber is awesome. I agree with you. The Fumbler point out the spell issue. WJ says, R.I.P. Cliffjumper again. Dead End, I'm still being mauled by the Raptor. I think she said something about this being a robbery. What does that even mean, Dead End? They are worse. Transformers Official Studio, I just love seeing people build stuff. Last Prime says, Rip Dead End. Dead End says, she isn't very good at this whole murder thing. She literally is genuinely really bad at this. Lance Prime says she is not. O Prime Edits, we got the image reveals for the Cyberworld designs. For example, we got Optimus Prime that looks like he's from Classics. Bumblebee doesn't look like Evergreen design, a Bull Megatron. I've not seen any of that. I need to go on TFW. Did that just get published today? That's going to be great to talk about in the news video on Monday. Dead End, it is because he is a foolish Autobot. O Prime Edits, and a Grimlock that looks like Beast Megatron. That all sounds so cool. So, Mega Bull, I remember talking about the news video where we were trying to figure out, is that supposed to be Megatron? He's a bull. That's actually really fitting. Because of how headstrong he is, and there's the whole joke, a bullish market. It works for him. Transformers Official Studio, what is my favorite Transformers series? That's tough. I really like IDW 1.0, specifically the Robots in Disguise part of it. I also adore Animated and Armada. Those are probably my go-tos. Foofy Head Freak says, hey, I was wondering if you could make a video on Shattered Glass. Like a mini Toys of Shattered Glass? Totally. I have that on my list, actually. Cheesimus Prime says, a bummer. O Prime Edit says, Beachcomber just gets shot by Shockwave. Okay, I knew he didn't get turned to a cube. Last Prime, my new favorite Transformer is Knockout, and poor Beachcomber, I don't know if I spelled that right. You got really close, Last Prime. Instead of 2 M's, it's an M and then a B, like a hair comb. Air Conditioner, I've been waiting to buy more Blokees and Transformers, but I have a feeling that my family is going to spontaneously move because of the fires. They don't want to live in the area anymore. Air Conditioner, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you're able to find a good place to settle down and just be able to figure stuff out. Dead End, Knockout is more vain than Dragstrip. I agree with that. Well, because I don't think Dragstrip's vain. He's just competitive. Hey, David Miss Ayo. Bonnie says, can you do a seafood mukbang? Absolutely not. I'm not doing a mukbang. Davimus, I just got here, and that's the first thing I heard. Here. Sick. King Inferno, when are you doing the mini toys of Inferno? At some point, King Inferno. There's just so many videos I want to do and not enough time to do it. But the main Toys of Inferno will happen eventually. Okay, so Dead End says Bay vs. Beachcomber does show up in the comics. Cool. King Inferno says I read that. Last Prime says Bay Beachcomber will have some weed jokes for sure. Yeah. Oh, it's in the Bumblebee comic? Well, then maybe it was good. Dead End says don't read that awful Autobots books. Foofy Head Freak. My favorite version of Dead End is either Prime Universe Dead End or Scout Class from Revenge of the Fallen. Both are good Dead End toys. Dead End. Retreads and Circus. I don't care if I'm breaking character, just do it. Alright. Oprime edits. Beachcomber would have worked really well as a character in Beast Wars. Totally. Oh, well, I mean, it's weird to me that they didn't... I guess the closest you could get to Beachcomber in Beast Wars is Tigatron. I think he's as close as you got, and he was great. Davis, Babe vs. Beachcomber would most likely hold up a sign saying don't fight, love instead, and then get shot up like if he was the wrong side of the neighborhood. Yeah, that sounds about right. King Inferno says, when are you freaking doing my mini toys of? Like I said, King Inferno, it's just whenever I find a good time for it. A big thing is, I just don't want to do too many popular or fun characters too early, because then we're just going to be stuck with like a bunch of the still interesting characters, but nowhere near as important. Transformers Official Studio says, that is cool. King Inferno says, when are you doing the main toys of Inferno? I think that might have been a duplicate. Dead End says he looks pathetic. Dead End, you're being way too mean to Beachcomber. He's great. Transformers Official Studio says, I have an Inferno. Oprime Ed says, Beachcomber needs a pizza roll in his life. Dead End says he deserves a cold pizza roll. I think so. King Inferno says, the fact is an Inferno. Well, Inferno, I think what happened there is I sometimes attempt to read faster than I can speak, and then my accent just starts poking through too much. Bonnie, He-Man versus Optimus, who wins? I think if there was just like a drag-out brawl, it'd have to be He-Man. Because Optimus can only be so strong. In canon, He-Man is as strong as he needs to be to do what he wants to do. Like, He-Man has no limit. And past that, I don't think that it would actually end. I think Optimus, because he's so wise and so fatherly, he would do something, He-Man would calm down, and then they would hang out. Cheesemas Prime, it's okay. I said it because... Oh, okay, I follow. Transformers Official Studio says, it's Nova Storm. Is it actually Nova Storm? Oh, no, this one's Sunstorm. I knew it was. It could double as a Nova Storm, because they're the same character, but still... saying Transformers Prime is the pinnacle of Transformers is just insulting the other shows that help Transformers lore, story, and characters. Totally agree. King Inferno is laughing. They're asking again, when am I doing the main toys of Inferno? Transformers Official Studio says, I have that Seeker. Cool. Dead End says, the Raptor has simply started sitting on me until I give her my wallet. I shall not yield to such a pathetic creature. Walt says, I know in one of your videos you talked about Universal Razor Claw, but today I got a complete one in the mail. He's an absolute dream come true. That is sick! Are you talking about, like, the not Metal Hawk, Tiger Hawk repaint? Yeah, no, like, I have mine, like, he's missing everything, and I adore him so much. That's so cool, Walt. Last Prime, Grimlock looks like Beast Wars Megs now. That's good. Cheesemas, evaluate, follow order of operations. Okay. Hey, Mad Prime, how's it going? Last Prime. I don't like the Mega Bull design. Last Prime... I've only seen that prototype toy that got leaked. I dug it. I thought it was a cool design. I don't know if I like it as Megatron right now, but it's a cool design on its own, and I think it'll grow on me. Dead End. I wish I was in Shattered Glass. Dead End, if you were in Shattered Glass, would that be that you're like an ultra optimist? Like you just see everything on the brighter side of life? Transformers Official Studio, do you like my profile pic? I do. I see it's Grimlock eating someone. Who is he eating? It looks like he's eating Sideswipe. Mad Prime, I finally got Blokees Transformers 2007, Optimus Prime, and Megatron. Sick. I had those same kits. I just gotta build them. Oprime edits Wheeljack. Can you still do the thing? Shockwave pathetic. Shockwave says he made his Shockwave Spire drone dance to the Tetris theme. That's one of my favorite parts of Cyberverse. The Fumbler says Sponge. Dead End says, I know Drexit personally trusts me. Very, very vain person. Davimus says, it's about building crotches thing you said. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the running gag of the show, I guess. Foofy Head Freak, what is your fave Transformers collaboration figure? I really like the Ectotron Ghostbusters fig. Foofy, I think it's Party Wallop. That Ninja Turtle one is so good. Cheesemas, I'm currently working on RCAs. I'm currently on RCA number 44, and there's 80-something RCAs. I don't know what an RCA is. The Fumbler, I'm still waiting on the video about birds that are angered and piggies that are bad. Fumbler, I won't lie, there was a point where I was thinking that was going to be in January, but then things just got a little bit hectic. But I am doing the many toys of Angry Birds eventually. And then, Transformers Official Studios likes my my profile pic. Thank you. Dead End, I hope that the Motu crossover isn't any character. I hope that they just take what's a good vehicle for them to do. My heart says the Land Shark, but there's no way they would go for the Land Shark. So maybe the Talon Fighter. And if I had my hope, it would be that this thing is a member of the evil Horde. Since Hordak is himself like able to transform robotics, it would make sense that he would have a warrior like that. But I know for a fact it won't do that. Oh, Prime Edits. Optimus has met Goku before. Yeah, weren't they in a fighting game together? Last Prime says CapCut is back, but I deleted it and can't access it now. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Last Prime. Walt is confirming that the Razor Claw they got was the Tiger Hawk repaint. Last Prime, wait, oh Prime, when was this? Foofy Head Freak says, my Shark Glass Blur figure just arrived in the mail and I got it sealed. Sick. Good design. Dead End, I can be happy sometimes. I'm sorry, Dead End, you're right. That was really presumptuous for me to assume that you're never happy. Bonnie, yes, but an IDW Orion pack survived an explosion so big it could be seen on all of Cybertron, making it so strong it could wipe out Earth. Bonnie, you're on point. Orion packs also survived a black hole, but unfortunately, IDW still has Optimus have to have limits. He-Man has no limits. If we're going with 80s cartoon He-Man, there's no Optimus we can throw at him because every Optimus has to have a limit somewhere. He-Man literally doesn't. His power is that he is strong enough to win the day. And that means he could be stronger today than he is tomorrow, but he's always going to be stronger than he needs to be. The Last Prime says, lucky. Walt says, been searching for one for well over 2 years. Same. TF Reviewer, hey! They're getting Bumblebee Movie, Ironhide, and Ratchet for their birthday. Sick! Those are two good figures. That's going to be a good birthday. Cheesemus, I know someone who is pretty optimistic about stuff, and that's me. That's good to be Cheesemus. Enemy, how's it going? Yes, a Ron stream. How's it going? Prime Edit says, missing link Optimus, but small. That'd be good. Enemy says, hi, y'all. Transformers Official Studios. Do you do a lot of these stuff? I try to do live streams, but we've had a long time. I think the last time I did was in early December. Last Prime says, hey, Enemy. Damon says, time for the Ron Bond John situation is crazy to be made. Oh, no. Transformers Official Studio. Who is your enemy, the Last Prime? Last Prime says, lol. Mad Prime says, thought about new studio series, Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. I think I want one, but I don't care what they say. I think it's going to be a good toy. I wish that it didn't have so much flat gray, but I think it's good. An RCA is a required course assignment. It's for math. I see. I've just been out of high school too long. Enemy. My name is Enemy. Dead End says Land Shark Skeletor. That'd be good. Dead End is also saying that they stand Skeletor. I love Skeletor. I'm more of a Hordak person. My enemy is Core Class Grimlock. Upperman says Missing Link Optimus, Legacy G1 Optimus, and now Blokees. Huh. Prime Ed says Jeft. Dramatic Razor, new name. I paused my Skibidi Toilet Yowie to be here. Oh no. King Inferno says they're getting Magmatron tomorrow. Cool. Foofy Head Freak says I kind of want to decapitate my Dead End figure just to make Dead End annoyed. And then Dead End says, you're fragging what? Transformers Official Studio says there's so many people watching. Oh wow, yeah, we got 20 people watching, Jesus. Last Prime is asking Cheesemus if they are okay. Cheesemus, I assumed that they were like doing a song. Because usually about this point they just start putting song lyrics in the chat. The Fumbler, at some point there should be a The Many Toys of Skibidi Toilet video. No, there should not be, and there never will be. Mad Prime Productions, which one is better, 86 Optimus Prime or Age of Extinction Optimus Prime Studio Series? No hate. I'm more interested in Age of Extinction Optimus because there's a lot of good G1 Optimus Primes, and there's not a lot of figures of that really cool Age of Extinction design. I like Volvo Prime. Last Prime says, stop. Oh, wow. Yep. Nope. Not talking that. Bonnie says, okay, who wins, Megatron or Skeletor? I think Megatron. Because Skeletor is strong, but he's not super strong. And I think eventually Skeletor will just try to surrender and then essentially just be another Starscream to Megatron. Dead End says Skeletor. This is a common discussion amongst the Decepticons, Dead End says. TF Viewer, there's a difference between the Buzzworthy and the PR-102 Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. Is it like a paint difference? Enemy says it is, I can confirm. Oh, Enemy's confirming that they talk about who can beat up their boss, I guess. Cheeseman says, give me more ideas for character Prism's personality or I'm going to sell your animated Shockwave to North Korea. Oh, no. Oh, no, not North Korea. They don't... What would they be doing with my Shockwave? Okay, Prisms. I don't know anything about Prisms. What's a personality? I'm going to say that Prisms is someone who really enjoys ceramic pottery, but would never talk about it. O Prime edits, when is Big Vom Convoy coming to Legacy? I hope that'll happen. Dead End says, I'll cry. Ooh, new name, Rob's Video Workshop. I'll give my soul for the TF Generation Select G2 Ramjet. It's a good figure. I was able to nab one years ago. I love it. O Prime edits, is Screaming Godzilla is in Fortnite. Yay! Transformers Official Studio. I wish I had that many people watching. Again, Transformers Official Studio. You gotta remember, I've been doing videos for like 5 years now. It's all about just keep going until you find your audience. Dead End, wait, Enemy, are you doing what I'm doing and playing a character, or am I stupid? No, Dead End, that's not a character, that's Enemy. Like, they are the character Enemy. Dramatic Razor, the Skibbity Toilet Target figures actually look good, though, unironically. No, that's the weird thing, is, like, people put effort into those toys. Foofy Head Freak, based on the back of my 2008 Dead End fig box, you suck at the life out of both Autobots and Decepticons. Is this true? Now we're asking the real questions. Chance Professor Studio, who's your favorite YouTuber on the chat so far? Out of all you guys? Well, I know a lot of you guys don't necessarily make or post a lot of stuff. That's tough, because I like a lot of the stuff that you guys make. Like, Dr. Shocks has a lot of videos I really enjoy. Enemy has been talking about some of the videos they're working on, but I don't think many of them have come out yet. O Prime Edits and Last Prime have stuff I really like. Transformers, the TF Reviewer has some cool stuff. I don't know, a lot of you guys. Last Prime, my latest TF toy is a random guy named Ferric. Oh, the Cyclonus repaint. Demis, oh, thank God. If there was a main Toys of Skibbity toilet, I would call Batman to make me a vegetable. Jesus. Well, Universe 2003 very well may be my favorite toy line. It's just so wild. Really wish they were able to continue with that absolutely gorgeous gray Jetstorm. Man, it sucks that, like, we still don't have a Jetstorm that won't start shipping with the paint. In Korea, they're going to turn Shockwave into a Autobot. If that actually happens, I'd be into it. If they do, like, an alternator Shock Blast type Shockwave, that'd be sick. Yeah, Cheesemus was putting in the lyrics to a song. Caught it. Demis, they will make Shockwave go to war as a soldier but get instantly nuked. Bonnie says, okay, last one, Megatron's Prime or Hordak. Oh, Hordak. Hordak totally. Because, no, I'm doubling down. Yeah, it's totally Hordak. Because Hordak, at least in most versions of the fiction, literally can't die. For as long as there's evil in the universe, there's going to be Hordak. Plus, if Hordak was able to infect Megatronus in any way, shape, or form, his Magitech could take control of Megatronus. Like, Hordak basically has the Ultron virus. And it doesn't matter if the robot has a soul or not. He takes control of the metal itself. Dramatic Razor. The entire Decepticon faction has been imprisoned in North Korea because Starscream made fun of Kim. Oh, no. In IDW, wasn't that a thing where, like, the Predacons started working as mercenaries for North Korea? Mad Prime, no lie, I really want the new Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus. I agree. I think it's cool. Foofy, what's your favorite War for Cybertron trilogy figure? That is so tough. Because there were so many good ones. I'm looking around. There's a lot I could name. I'm going to say my favorite okay? Kingdom, it's Air Razor. Earthrise, I think it's Sunstreaker. And then for Siege... Ooh, Siege is tough. For Siege, I'm going to say it was Shockwave. Those are my favorites. Last Prime. I think I'm going to buy the OG Leader class for AoE Prime. I will warn you, Last Prime, that toy is Backpack Kibble City. TF Reviewer, there is a circle on the gray shoulder part of the PR. I've had both. Okay. Okay, so there really is just like a tiny paint difference. Cool. Dead End says the Raptor is trying to grab their phone. Oh, no. Walt says, also the idea of characters that could have been made, like Kickback from Transmetal Scourge, or even Roll Racer into the Astro Squad with an Astro Drain combined mode. Oh, those are both really good ideas. The one that always breaks my heart is Space Warp, because I think they would have been so good. Jeez, Miss Snow, I'm talking about the Transformer I made, and I made a TikTok about her, and I asked her help making her personality, remember? I do remember that, Cheesimus. I actually do remember this. Okay, I'm sticking by, I think that Prism should really be into ceramics. Enemy. No, I'm just literally Enemy. Greetings from Cybertron. Oh, Prime Ed says, Omega and Ratchet's relationship in anime makes me want to cry. It's so sad. It doesn't help that, like, they do at one point straight up say Omega mentally is basically a 5-year-old. Like, they made his brain so limited that he actually isn't able to progress past whatever his initial understanding of the world is. Like, he's a child. He is a giant child soldier. Dead End, I would kill it, but I don't want to be killed by the Dinobots. It'd hurt. And then Dead End says, Bay vs. Dead End was defamation. Oh, new name, Elijah Booker. Hello, hello. Wait, no, not new name. I remember, Elijah. You wanted me to mention you in the mini toys of Wheeljack, and you told me about the Earthspark one. I just put you in my timeline on my editing suite. Dead End says, greeting human. Les Prime says, hey Ron, do you play Team Fortress 2? I played Team Fortress 2 a ton when I was a teenager. I haven't played it in years though. Enemy says, none of my stuff is out yet. We are still in the concept era. It's a really passion project for me and my friends. That's what I figured. I know you had told me about the stuff, Enemy, but I thought that none of it was out yet. Wait says, I believe 2002 Cyclonus doesn't ship, at least mine hasn't. You're completely right. My only issue with it is I don't like it as Cyclonus. I don't think the colors work, and I don't like the character in it. The Skywarp is really nice, but that's a completely different mold. Poofy Head, do you know what Bionicle is? I know what Bionicle is. I had one as a kid. I don't know much about it. The only stuff I know about Bionicle is like the very surface level stuff, and then the Paraka. I know Yo-Yo Paraka. Dramatic Razor, I have my Miku, my Optimus, and my Godzilla figures. It's time for Fortnite. There we go. Rob's Video Workshop, I really want a new toy or series to use the Energon Shock Blast underrated color schemes. I totally agree, Rob. It's such a good design. Last Prime, when you post Enemy, I watch for sure. O Prime says, name an Optimus Prime crash out besides Bayverse Prime and Skybound. Oh, there's a few. In Cybertron, he has a crash out so bad that he's like, this is it, I'm ending the war. It's the same episode where Landmine becomes a giant. In G1, in More Than Meets the Eye Part 3, when he crashes. He literally crashes. He used Sideswipe's jetpack. He wasn't able to catch up with the Decepticon ship. And he literally shoves Autobots away from him while screaming, I'm fine, I'm fine. There's a few more. In Animated, he had quite a few. In Season 1's finale, he starts yelling at Sorry and Prowl. That's how Ratchet loses his arm, is because he gives Ratchet the key. There's been a lot of Optimus Prime crash outs. Stop Goat, sup, how you doing? Can't complain. Nice to see you, Stop Goat. Dead End says, I just want to make a Lyzak from Legacy Windblade. Ooh, that'd be good. TF Reviewer says, it's not paint, it's tooled in. Oh, so they changed the mold to make it different between those primes. Okay. Mad Prime, can the Optimus and his Autobots survive fighting Xenomorphs? Oh, I'm going to say totally. There's going to be a moment where they get freaked out by the acid, but even then, that shouldn't stop them, because regardless of what lineup of Autobots you have, there's options they can use. Like, assuming it's the 84 cast, Trail Cutter and Windcharger alone could handle the Xenomorphs. But yeah, totally, the Autobots could absolutely handle Xenomorphs. Dead End, yes, me and my enemy, I am simply pretend to be playing a character as to fool the humans. Bonnie says, okay, now is the last two, I promise. Unicron or Hordak, and the super-powered Skeletor with the tech magic fusion from Revelation, or Megatron with dark matter energy. Bonnie, I would say this. I think a better comparison to Unicron would be Horde Prime. Regardless of who it is, I don't think either one of them could defeat Unicron. That's just too big. That's literally, you're fighting a god now. As for Magic Fusion, Skeletor, or Megatron with Dark Matter Energy, I think it's still Megatron. Because if Megatron beat them when they were in their normal states, I think Megatron would still beat them if they both got, like, ultra powerful. Even in Revelation, even though Skeletor figured out how to use Magitech, he still wasn't skilled with it. He was just using it as, like, a big trump card. Now, if it was Hordak, maybe. But Hordak has had centuries to figure out how to actually use his stuff. Jesus, it is now canon that Prism throws clay pots at people's heads and she hopes it gives them a concussion. That's good. TF Reviewer says there is a TF1 Wheeljack. There is a TF1 Wheeljack. There's two. There's a Blokees and a one-step changer. Enemy says, Dead End, I knew it was you. Rob's Video Workshop, I really hope they go through with the fan vote for Legacy Lugnut, hopefully pushed back to Age the Prime. That would be really, really cool. I hope so. O Prime Eds, what does snow feel like? Never seen it in my whole life. It never snows here. Snow feels like tiny little knives that dig into your skin and your eyes, and it hurts a ton. And if you're out there for too long, eventually you go numb. Foofy Head, my personal favorite War for Cybertron figure is Ironhide, because it's the one I got. Or Ironworks, my bad, because it's the first one I got. Ironworks is such an underrated figure. I love that toy so much. Dead End, the Raptor is hitting on me. I think someone help me. I'm scared. Someone give Motormaster my location. Help me. Hey, Bird Labs, how's it going? Dramatic Razor, goodbye, stream. I have to eat. Good to see you, Dramatic Razor. Dead End is screaming that they're scared. Last Prime says, you're like Ralph from TFPO Prime. Okay. Stop Goat. I love Legacy Transmetal 2 Megs. He's so kaiju. It's such a good dragon mode they gave him. Transformers Special Studios. Who likes Transformers Knockout? Everyone likes Knockout. It's great. Walt. Yeah, Wrecker Cyclonus is a bit odd. It's outright said his incarnation is Bombshell. Also, he's very disloyal and really has no honor with betraying the Wreckers. That part actually kind of works for me, just because Cyclonus, his loyalty is entirely to Galvatron. He's not even loyal to the Decepticons. He's loyal to his leader. Rob says crap. Last Prime says, oop, me. Enemy says, how easy would you say using Gundam markers are? Pretty easy, but you gotta do a lot of coats. Last Prime has gotta go. It was good to see you, Last Prime. Foofy Head says, what is your favorite mini toys of vid that you are made or planning to make? My favorite one that I've ever made is probably the Shockwave video. Right up there with the Shockwave video, though, is my Cliff Jumper video and my Tarn video. I think those are my 3 best ones. Anyway, because I have to customize Legacy Slipstream into an IDW-style Shatter. Oh, that'd be good. We need more Shatter. Jeez, so I'm going to look for a second Legacy Slipstream so I can cut the fin thingies off her wrists on one of them. And if I don't like it, I can turn it into something else if I don't like it either. Cool. TF Reviewer, I think it's time to change my PFP. I don't know, TF Reviewer. I like your PFP. It's cool. Transformers Official. Did you know that Hasbro makes a Rubik's Cube Transformer? Do they? I didn't know that. Cheesemas, return the second Slipstream or turn it into something else. That makes sense. Rob's Video Workshop. TFA activators gave up Dirge, and my life has not been the same since. It's a good Dirge. I love the colors on him. Oprah Minutes, the Tar mold is so overrated, I don't like it. It has QC issues and stuff. I own the Bludgeon recolor. I don't know, I really like the Tarn mold. Maybe it's just because I lucked out on QC. TF Reviewer, I only kept it because my old Rise the Beast Prime broke. Walt, although they did try to tie him back into the finale with a whole back and forth he has with Rodimus during the final battle, but Skywarp in the Wreckers is pretty cool. Absolutely love him. Cool. Transformers Official, I love Transformers Legacy Tarn. Prime Edit says, snow sounds lovely then. Transformers Official says, I have no snow. Bonnie says, what were your thoughts on when Skeletor killed Hordak? Bonnie, I don't mean to spoil. Skeletor did not kill Hordak. There's an after credits scene. He came really close, though. I don't know. I have issues with Revolution. A lot of them do kind of come down to Skeletor. I love Hordak. I hate that Hordak has only really been done well a couple of times. Like, in the original mini-comics, he's great. In 2000X, he's amazing. And then he's really good in the Netflix She-Ra cartoon. But, like, original She-Ra cartoon, he's pretty bad. And I don't like him in Revolution. Even though they got Keith David, and he does an amazing performance as Hordak. Dead End, War for Cybertron Hotshot is the best one from Siege. That's a good one. Good remold of Hound. Jesus, last year I went on a field trip for school and the drive was 3 hours. Ugh. TF Reviewer, in Australia we throw mud balls instead of snowballs. There are sticks in them. Oi. Then hates Knockout. Oh, hey, Lee, how's it going? If you were to create a new Insecticon, what kind of insect would you use for it? Praying Mantis. Because praying mantises are cool. Dead End says Knockout sucks. Oprah Edits, Beast Wars 2 Starscream is the most gay Starscream ever. Prove me wrong. Oh, Prime, are we forgetting about Prime Starscream? Bird Labs, Knockout has so much aura. It's true. Dead End says, nuh-uh. Stop Gun says, Cyclonus is also loyal to Tailgate because, you know, you're right. Oop, Foofy's gotta go. Bye. Good to see ya. Dead End says, I'm a superior red sports car. Okay. Bird Lab says, yeah, Cheeseman says, I'm currently making a tar mask out of clay. Sick. Dead End says, do you guys think Legacy Cybertron's hotshot head would work for Lysac? I'm looking at it. I can kind of see it. Transformers Official Studio, what do you mean gay Starscream from Beast Wars? Oh, Transformers Official Studio, there's a bunch of Japanese-only Beast Wars shows. One of them was called Beast Wars the Second. There's a Starscream in that. It has no relation to the original Starscream, it's just another use of the name. Bonnie says, that Rubik's Cube Transformers is made by Bandai, not Hasbro, and it's a Shola Chijoken. Okay. Oh, tier reviewers changed the PFP. It is now Needle Nose. That makes sense. Walt, do you think the old live-action Motu movie? Absolutely love that Skeletor. I like it. I think it has a lot of problems. I think it... Okay, Walt, and I don't know if you would agree with me on this. I think that even though it's a He-Man movie, they were actually making a She-Ra movie. Because when they were making the movie, She-Ra was the cartoon that was out, and Skeletor looks more like Hordak. All of them are now part of a resistance against a big planetary empire, which is the evil Horde in the She-Ra cartoon. Even the castle looks like the Fright Zone. It doesn't look like Snake Mountain. So I think that basically, because She-Ra was still on the air, Mattel tried to make Skeletor and He-Man and all the characters more like the She-Ra characters to try to have synergy. That's what I think. Burlap says, I only get to know in January now. Transformers Official Studio says, did you know that Hasbro made a Godzilla Transformer? I did. It doesn't look great. Stop Gut says, gotta go. I come back soon. Sick. O Prime Edit says, nuh-uh. Beast Wars 2 Starscream's gayer. BB his dominant partner. Dan says, okay, Cybertron, we throw grenades. Cheeseman says, I meant to say cardboard, not clay. I'm just dumb. Oh, it's easy. Bonnie says, He-Man and Thundercats did a crossover, and one of the main problems with TF Prime is it's so boring. This might be a hot take. You're right on both counts. Denon says, Hasbro are cowards and won't give us the cat girl, so I'm going to make her myself. Enemy says, any opinions on the new Cyberworld design leaks? I've not seen any of them. People were just telling me about them. I want to go look at them now. Well, there's a really neat way of looking at it. Or that's, I guess we're talking about the He-Man movie. Rob's Video Workshop. Recently I got into Transformers when I saw TF1. Even made a TF1 video and recently got my first real Transformers toy. It was Animated Swimble. I won him for $36. I really like him. Rob, that's sick. So I'm going to warn you now. Animated Swindle, he's a really good toy. Be really careful with him. His shoulders, his hips, and his fingers are all made of translucent plastic. They're really easy to break. Just be really, really careful with him. Burlabs, are we still getting Earthspark toys? We are. There were just ones that were released, and supposedly there's a new deluxe wave coming out. Oh, Prime, how did Soundwave drink Energon in G1? He does Megatron give Soundwave kisses. So many questions. I assume that basically a tiny square in his mask opens up. He doesn't have a mouth. He basically just has like a big esophagus. TF reviewer, Sharglass Starscream was with Jetfire. True. Cheesemas Prime, I'm going to sell one of my sister's kidneys so I can buy the Tally Hall U2's figures. Makes sense. Rob says, even if the arms and legs are made of translucent plastic, so its days are numbered. It's true. Yeah, I know about the horror stories with TF Swindle. That's good, Rob. I just want to make sure, because I know every so often I buy a toy and I don't know about the issues, and then it breaks and I look it up. It's like, oh, apparently it's a super common thing. Enemy, I saw a video about it. Optimus looks like Classics OP and Grimlock looks kind of like Beast Wars Megatron. That makes me so excited. Everyone's saying he looks like Classics Optimus, and that's my Optimus, dude. That's my kid, my childhood Optimus. So I'm really excited for Cyberworld. You know, Earthspark I adored. It didn't get the love it deserved, and I hate it. But I'm going to keep an open mind. I want to see if Cyberworld is good. From the sounds of it, the designs are sick, and they're doing new stuff, that's all I care about, is do cool, new stuff. Megatron's a bull? Sure, I love it. Walt, I'm pretty sure 2 of the Minicon Universe Ramjet come with our homages to BB and Starscream. Okay. Dan says, I'd break Swindle. I hate that guy. Hey, Toxitron, how's it going? Hey, for once I got the notification on time. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, Toxitron. Dan says, guys, our battle masks are retractable. Wait, alright. I gotta get a drink. I gotta make this clear because I got in trouble for this last time. I actually got an email from YouTube. When I say I'm drinking, I'm not drinking alcohol. I just have little flavored water here. I have to say that because when I just say things like, I need a drink or I take a swig, apparently there's a little bot that will see, like, if I say that, if I'm implying that I'm drinking on stream, which I'm not. Shockwave eating is really disturbing, though, says Dead End. Rob says, Earthspark toy line is so mid, it makes me sad because the designs are pretty good. Rob, I agree, but here's the thing. The toys that got to be new molds are incredible. Like Twitch, Nightshade, Megatron. My favorite Bumblebee ever is that Bumblebee. The issue with it is most of that toy line are gimmick toys and repaints. Oh, Prime, Armada Age of the Primes, Blur, win. Oy. I want it. I want all the Armada guys. Enemy says, hi, Toxitron. Jesus says, which song should I put in the lyrics for next, Dare or Dare? I don't know. I'm going to say first Dare. Enemy says, hour of hydration, everybody get a drink. Dead says, Buddy Holly by Weezer. Oprime Ed says, when Shockwave eats, the bottom of his head opens. Jesus, I don't want to think about that. TF Reviewer, there is an Earthspark Soundwave coming. I have hope. I really hope so. Because that wave, it was more than just him. There was also hashtag was going to be in it. Because I don't know if you guys realize this. There's not a way to get all the Terrans in the same price point. Because they never did a Warrior Nightshade. So the main characters, we don't even have all of them in the same range. Transformers Official Studio. Do you have Transformers War for Cybertron Soundwave? I do. And he is my favorite toy ever. Cheesema says, it's coming up. Okay, that's the lyric. Rob says, my Walmart has Deluxe Earthspark Megatron, and I'm tempted to buy it because I do like him. It's a good toy. Didden says, I have a Diet Pepsi. There we go. All right. Oh, God, we've been going for nearly an hour, and we built one. Didden says, Weezer. Transfer Official says, can you show him? Oh, you mean the Megatron? Yeah, sure. He's just across the room. Let me go grab him. All right, I'm back. Oh, here's Meg's. Really cool. So mine has a kind of weak knee, but I think that's just mine because my buddy has this and his doesn't. My only issue is this kibble on his arms, but aside from that, he's great, and his head sculpt is just incredible. Also, Hordak just fell down. Poor Hordak. Too good. He's too good for this world. All right, Megatron's standing over there now. All right. Bird Labs, I hate Transformers main lines are all the same height. I agree. I wish there was a... I don't need perfect scale, I just want better scale. Like, it makes me kind of upset that Twitch is so tall. TF Viewer, it's the guy from Skybound. Yep. Transformers Official, I love Transformers War for Cybertron Soundwave. Enemy says, I wish they were accurately sized. Yep. Well, to do that, Enemy... Twitch should be core class. Like, Twitch should be core class, Thrash could be a deluxe, hashtag could be a deluxe, and then Nightshade... Well, no, Nightshade could also be a deluxe. And then Jawbreaker would be a Voyager. Transformers Official, I have that Transformer Megatron. Walt says, which color scheme for Hordak do you prefer, blue or gray? I prefer the gray. But, here, let me show you guys this. So, even though I have this Hordak here... I've been messing with this guy so much lately. This is the only time I've ever liked blue Hordak, and I think it's because there's the added black and red, and also the head sculpt is just perfect. I love this so much. This is from that He-Man Ninja Turtle crossover toy line, and this might be like my new favorite toy. I love this thing so much. Let's see here. Catching up on comments. Official, can you show Transformers War for Cybertron Soundwave? Oh, sure. Here, let me catch up on comments and I'll go grab them. Dead End, hey, Enemy, do you think Lord Megatron would execute me if I didn't at all agree to go out with the Raptor? Okay. Shard says, can't wait for the nostalgia cycle to hit so we can get better quality figures of the Earthspark cast. Man, I can't wait for 20 years down the road when we get that. Enemy says, I can live with those size. Core class Twitch would be adorable. I just want more Twitch. I don't know if I've ever gone into this. Twitch is my favorite Earthspark character. I just love everything about her. TF Reviewer, I was in the store and found a second Steeljaw speaker just on the ground, and I asked a worker. They just said, just have it. Sick. Extra speaker. Rob says, hope Earthspark Soundwave gets a toy in the Earthspark line because he only has the one-step changer. It's true. Walt says, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but they're doing a Motu Thundercats line they're making. I'm interested. Here's the thing, right? I like He-Man decently enough. Like, I have a bunch of the Origins figures. I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews. Just so everybody knows going forward, there's probably going to be a He-Man review every Saturday for a long while coming up. I don't care enough about it to just want to buy everything. and I don't care about Thundercats at all. So if there's a cool figure in it, I might pick it up. But I can't think of anyone they could do. Again, maybe there's going to be a sick design. If there are sick designs, I'll grab that, sure. But I can't think of a Thundercat character where it's like, oh yeah, I want to see them in the Master of the Universe style. Maybe Mumra? Then again, Mumra in the Master of the Universe style is basically just Skeletor. Which that was a joke they made in that crossover comic, where they literally just become the same person. Alright, I'm gonna go get Soundwave now. Alright, there he is. Generations War for Cybertron Soundwave, my favorite Transformer. Alright, got comments to catch up on. Dead End says, show me literally any dead end. Is there any dead end near me right now? They're all, like, on the other side of the room. I'm sorry, Dead End. I think I'm gonna stay sitting. Jesus says, I've not been a Transformers fan for that long. I've been a Transformers fan ever since June 2023. My first ever Transformers was Earthspark Deluxe Optimus. That's a good first Optimus, Cheesemas. That's a good toy. Oh, new name, Sketchy Productions. Hello, how's it going? TR Viewer says, Rob, there is a deluxe coming, talking about the Soundwave. Enemy says, I'm not a He-Man fan, but knowing you, I will probably enjoy the vid. You're way too kind, Enemy. Sketchy Production says, I got a Legacy Soundwave, not Legacy United, just Legacy Soundwave. I like that one. I know people hate on that alternate mode. I really like Soundwave Spaceship mode. Well, they're doing a Mumra Skeletor and a humanoid battle. That's not okay. I don't even know why that's not okay, but my gut immediately tells me that's not okay. I don't need to see Battle Cat as a fursona. I don't need this. Oh no! What is Cringer then? Is Cringer just like a tiny human? I don't like this. No, that's wrong. I'm not a judgy person. That is wrong though. Dramatic Razor, I've returned, but not from eating. Oi. Oprah Ed says, next box please. Yes, we need to get back to it. Bonnie says, Masterpiece made a 4-pack with Wing Thing, Enemy, Stripes, and Nightstick. I remember that. That was years ago. Still haven't done Steeljaw yet, which is weird. Transformers Official says I've been a Transformers fan since 2020. All right, 5 years. Oprah says it's the femboy from War for Cybertron. Who's the femboy from War for Cybertron? Are you talking about Soundwave? Enemy, my old PFP was my Masterpiece figure. I remember that one. Oh wait, was it the Masterpiece? I thought it was the G1. Huh. Last Prime, guess he's back again. Last Prime, back tell a friend. There we go. Didn't give me thumbs down. Laura says, really want that War for Cybertron Soundwave to get a Gamer Edition figure. It would be so nice. Cheesemas, I've lost my Siege Soundwave, 86 Frenzy, Red, and 07 movie Cliffjumper. You've lost them? Like, did you just misplace them? Talktron, the Voyager version with data disc is very cool too. I do like that toy a lot. I do think this deluxe one's better, and that's just down to my nostalgia. Sketchy, my first Transformer was G1 reissue Rumble and Frenzy, but the first real Transformer is just the Legacy Soundwave. Sick. That's right, I've been a Transformers fan since I was 3. Wow. Like, literally a lifetime fan. TF Reviewer, Sketchy Productions, I got his cassette player upgrade kit, and none of his arm guns got rid of the back guns, and sometimes I think he is the Earthrise figure. Sketchy Productions, I'm the newest here, being a fan since November of 2024. Oh, wow, yeah, you're really young into it, Sketchy. Well, hey, that's good. The only way this fandom stays cool is by new people coming in. Jen, do you own any figures of Slash? Like, genuinely, the power of the Prime Slash is adorable, especially with the 86 Dinobots. Dead End, I do own that Slash. I keep her with the 86 Dinobots. She is the best Dinobot toy ever made. There is not a single toy of any Dinobot, either third party or official, that's as good as that Slash. I will die on that hill. Slash is the best Dinobot. Oh, new name. Scarlet Storm Production says hello. Hello, Scarlet. Oprom Edit says yes. Oprom Edit says Soundwave. Dramatic Razor says my old PFP was Rio, and then I was Perito. Well, Perito was yesterday. I'm afraid I don't know any of those characters, Dramatic Razor. Cheesemas Prime says they've been lost for months. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Cheesemas. He says, let's settle the debate. Who's the best cassette? Oi! I know my answer. My answer is Ravage. I think Ravage is the best cassette, which is a shame because he usually has the worst toys that turn to cassettes. Oh, hey, Dooma Guy, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Les Prime says my old PFP was Megatron's, the comic design. Sick. Lee says, I hate to admit this, but I was born before Transformers even existed. I've been a fan since the first sight in 1984. That's what's awesome to me about these chats, is a lot of the time we have so many different, like, age ranges for the Transformers fandom. To me, that gives us the best conversation. Oprah Mitz, why does everyone say the new SS boxes are bad? Like, I like them. They look cool. Oh, Prime, I get it. To me, they just look generic. They look too much like every other Hasbro box on the shelf right now. They look just like G.I. Joe Classified. They look a lot like Star Wars. They look exactly like Age of the Primes. I liked it when Studio Series was such a distinct box. Dear reviewer, I'm happy, but the figure that got me to start collecting was... Oh, from Edits, am I boring? No, I just think it's a difference in opinion. Sketchy says, mine is Frenzy, but I also like Rumble. Oi, they're good. What's wrong with those two? TF viewer, does Rewind count? Yeah, Rewind counts. He's a cassette. Rob says, in terms of SS and Legacy, my Walmart has been starved. For SS, they only got 86 Bumblebee, like only him, so no variety. For Legacy, they only got Ferric, Shadow Striker, and another one I can't remember. Oh, that sucks. Cheeseman says, whenever I want to talk to someone, I say, no hablo inglés. Alright. Wait, whenever you don't want to talk to someone. Okay, that makes sense. Dead End says, hell yeah, base. Probably talking about Ravage. Rob says, again, no variety. Yeah, no, it stinks. Like, distribution's so bad right now with Transformers. Den says, you're officially off the hook. Your family is free. Dead, you took them back? I thought that you freed them when I made your video. Dramatic Razor says, Perito is a Pier Kasane Teto. I have no idea what any of those words are. My word. Cheeseman says, I like the boxes because they have plastic. Enemy says, in my AU Megatron is a PLO-1 tank. Starscream is a Raptor. Any model really. Shockwave is the sub from the start Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Soundwave can turn into walls, doors, turrets, etc. I like the idea that Soundwave can just turn into anything. That's really good. Bonnie says, I have Fans Toys Soundwave, and I know Fans Toys is overrated, but dang, they make a good Ravage. Everyone's told me those cassettes are really nice, apparently. Enemy says, now, Ron, your family is under my care. I'm the best cassette. You're right. Yeah, I forgot Enemy is a cassette. You know what? Fine. Enemy is my favorite. Sketchy says, how come TF1 gives merchandise to Wheeljack, who only had a speaking cameo in the film? Sketchy, I'll do you one better. Why do they have merchandise for Hound, who only ever appeared in the background? Last Prime, am happy with the new boxes because no one can steal anything. It's true. You got a point. No heads can be taken. Oh, Prime Edits, you might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Oh, no. I forgot that in that he's called Hyper Metal Sonic, too. Doom Guy, if the world was made of pudding, I think that we would all need to start wearing boots. TF Reviewer, Australia is finally getting new stuff. Sometimes I see a Neil knows, but he is $100 because the deluxe prices are broken at my store right now. That is insane. Dan says, no, that was about Slash. Oh, okay. Well, no, see, I am still based with my Transformers hot takes. Dramatic Racer, you must listen to Mesmerizer and Triple Baka for the perfect understanding of Teto and Miko and the yellow one. Okay. Bird Labs, why does Skybound Shockwave transform into? He still transforms into the gun, doesn't he? I thought he transformed at one point. Oprime Edits, Laserbeak is my favorite cassette. He's just adorable. Ah. Dan says, I cannot stress how much I love / I'd marry that fraggin' dino. Frag. Jesus. Doom Guy says, I feel like people don't like the new SS boxes because they removed the numbering system. I think that's a big part of it. In fact, I know it is. There's someone who I talk to a lot in the comments. Their name is Harrison Whaley. That's the reason they hate it. Dan, genuinely the best figure in my collection. I agree. Slash is really, really good. Dear viewer, Neil Knows was in the movie. He appeared in it, yet he doesn't have a toy. It's true. Last Prime says $100 for a deluxe is crazy. Enemy says Skybound Shockwave is a gun. I thought so. Bonnie says IDW, Dreamwave, or Skybound. I think IDW for right now, just because it's complete. At least IDW 1.0 is. Skybound might beat IDW. But right now, Skybound is still so early into it, I don't know what the complete package is. But I'm really loving it, though. Achievements, when I get SSB127 Elite 1 and Sentinel Prime, I'm going to do a video on all my TF1 stuff, such as my TF1 cup and my TF1 popcorn bucket. That'd be cool, Cheesimus. O Prime, can you get Shock Blart Mall Cop? Oh, yes, let's get through these. We'll get Shock Blart. Dramatic Razor, I have the Last Night Slash really fun transformation, actually. It's such a good little figure. Rob, I already said this in the comments of one of your videos, but Seekers are really simple and fun if you want to make an OC. I make detailed thoughts in the comments. No, Rob, I think you're on point. This might sound kind of cringe to say. The Seeker is basically Sonic the Hedgehog in that you can basically just make any character you want and it still kind of works. Birdlab says, sorry, I meant Soundwave. Yep. Azrael, oh, what does Soundwave turn into, Birdlabs? I don't think he's transformed yet, but I'm going to assume he's a cassette tape still. Azrael Sun, hey! They say Fortnite is turning me into a Miku fan. Help. Oh no. Last Prime says, yo. TF Reviewer says, if Skybound has Needle Nose, I will go to Dark of the Moon Prime. Oh no. Cheeseman's Prime says, the popcorn bucket lights up, the batteries died after like a month. Yeah, that sucks. That's the thing about those like movie popcorn buckets, is they're not made to last. Den says, I'd kill for a Voyager Slash. No, I want a new Slash, but I want her to stay small. I like that she's tiny. Sketch says, there's a G1 Rumble and Frenzy, like the classic G1 model kit, that gives them the Power Driver's hands and better heads. Sick. Okay. I gotta go get Shock Blart. Oh, there went Shock Blart. Oh, and by the way, because someone here needs to help, Dead End is going to be helping put the boots to Shock Blart. Alright, get Shock Blart up here. Get him up here. Get him up here. Take off his jacket. Take off his jacket. Throw him out into the cold. Here we go. Here we go. Beachcomber, get him. There we go. Alright, everyone put the boots to him. Dead End first. Ah, there we go. Soundwave, you go next, bud. Here we go. Put the boots to him. There we go. Megatron. Alright, we're putting the boots to him now. Alright, Hordak. Oh. Hordak is a peaceful creature. Oh, yep. There we go. He's gonna be... I don't even know what's going on right now. I don't even know what my plan there was, but okay. Here we go. He's dead. I'll tell you what Shock Blart did. He was born. He was born, and he should have known to not come into this house. Oh, no. Okay, well, there's Shock Blart. There we go. This is his life. He asked for this. I didn't choose this for him. He wanted this. Oh, no. Oh, Beachcomber's bringing the bird. What is the bird doing? What'd that bird doing, though? Wait a minute. No, surely not. No, the bird! Oh, the bird's putting the boots to him now. Oh, no. Well, this happens. He's dead. We watched this happen. All of us did. I gotta catch up with some comments. Oh, no. Oh, wow, a lot of comments on this one. Tier Reviewer says, I mean, if they kill him, he's gonna go Dark of the Moon Optimus on Skybound. Dramatic Razor says, actually, I think I got a Miku Nendoroid today. That was a Miku figure I referenced earlier. Okay. Cheeseman's Prime says, Kids with Guns or Green World. I'm gonna go with Kids with Guns. Azrael Sun says, the local mall sold out of the tiny Blokees, and now I have to spend my Christmas money except for a Miku figure. Even so, Nendoroids are good. Last Prime says, pretty sure my parents threw my TF1 cup, the Orion head one. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, new name, Foolish Gamer VR. Yo, just got here. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I guess you would have just seen the Shock Blart snuff film. Last Prime says, hey. Prime Edit says, oh, one time I was playing Fortnite Squid Game. I mean Octo Game, and at the time the lights would go out. 2 Mikus tried jumping me. Doom Guy says Transformers more than meets the eye. Dramatic Rage says, I gotta go eat through billions, must eat because eating equals living and billions must live. There we go. Last Prime says, he went flying. Talking about Shock Blart. Burlab says, Ron, do you get Dark of the Moon Megatron for Shock Blart, so can you do the MGO thing? I do need to get a Dark of the Moon Megatron. That's such a good toy. Last Prime just screaming, no, Shockwave, no! Doom Guy says, what did Shock Blart do? Cheesemus beat me to it, saying existed. Birdlab says, justice for Shock Blart. Last Prime says, ayo. Oprah Ed says, poor Shock Blart. And he says, Shock Blart beaten to death at O-Block. Cheesemus Prime says, I did. I basically stole your joke. I didn't even mean to. Rob says, really like watching the stream because of the comments and your interactions with them as I'm starting my Transformers collection, watching the shows, and learning more stuff about the franchise. This is the reason we do the streams, man. I know it's technically to build the Blokees, but really it's just because I like hanging out. Dude Magai says, he should get revenge as SS Shockwave. Dude Magai, I have plans. That's all I'm going to say. Chris Cox says, oh, hell yeah, Ron Bon John live at 40. Time to say hello. Hello, hello. Dramatic Rage says, I worked for Ron Bon John. He killed me. Shock Blart. Oh, is this why Charlie makes the video? The Ron Bon John situation's crazy and Shock Blart is the leaker? Sketchy says, not gonna lie, I really want Siege Shockwave, but should I get the original Siege or a re-release? Sketchy, I think you should go for the Marvel one. Unless you really like the add-on pieces, the Marvel one I think is a way better looking toy. Dead End says, my motivation for a Voyager Slash is because I slipped Slash and Dead End because I had them next to each other on the shelf for a bit and they look so cute together. Well, that makes sense. Last Prime, Shock Blart. On Sunday Shockwave, I did Dark the Moon Shockwave. And a part of that included me at one point saying, like, this toy's really, really good, but I think he's just too goofy. So I called him Shock Blart. And because he was the first one who I didn't put on the council, I said that he was going to be security now. So that was also Shock Blart, was where that name came from. And it became a running gag where I would say, okay, well, time to put the boots to him. So every video had a Shockwave kicking this Shockwave in the head. And that is Shock Blart. Bonnie says, hot take, 50% of fans hate Beast Wars, worst fans, 4% of fans overrate Beast Wars, they're still good enough, and 1% like it a good amount. I don't know, Bonnie. I don't feel like 50% of people hate Beast Wars. I feel like a very vocal minority hate Beast Wars. But, like, I feel like Beast Wars, generally speaking, is still pretty beloved. Cheesemus, is the bird gonna peck at his face? You better believe he is. Chris Cox says, Shock Blart Mall Cop. No, it should be Shock Blart Wave Cop. There we go. Bird Labs, would SS Dark the Moon Shockwave be better? I like both of them. This toy is a ton of fun. I just like making fun of him. Last Prime's gotta go again. Cheesemus is singing Lee. Was in the toy store the other day and they had no less than 6 alternators. The struggle to resist buying them all was so real. I get that. Doom Guy says Shock Blart got a Juju Kaisen level jumping. Dramatic Razor says the existence of Transformers O-Block implies Transformers King Von. O Prime edits Ron, in your universe, what gender is SS Bonebee movie Shockwave since they have a child? It's funny you say that, O Prime edits. I didn't think about it until after that, and then I realized I think in this universe that Shockwave is a woman. And it's not just because the child, it's also just for some reason, looking at the proportions of the figure, I think it makes more sense for that to be a woman character. Bonebee movie Shockwave, weirdly enough, the proportions are very similar to Strika, and I just didn't think about it. Star Screams a lot, how's it going? Bird Labs, the Ron Bon to John party is just abusing Shock Blart. Rob's video workshop, plan to join the Discord because I really want to show you the TF designs I've been making and pics of my TFA swindle. Sick! No, the Discord's been a ton of fun so far. Star Screams a lot. I'm over here working on my every robot Sonic drawing. Sick. You got Neo Metal, Mecha, Sonic MK1, Mecha Sonic, MK2, and Silver Sonic. Oi! And they're going to be on Stardust Speedway. That's perfect. Enemy Damon realized Star Screams a lot was here. Cheeseman's Prime, what's O-Block? I didn't know. I thought that was a prison reference. Rob says, Shock Blart, Wave Cop 2, Las Vegas. There you go. Bonnie says, oh, I'm just here talking about G1 purists hating on Beast Wars, and I get it, but you don't got to hate on another show. I totally agree. I'll never understand the idea you dislike something, so now you have to tear it apart. You could just walk away from it. Like, there's a lot of stuff in Transformers I don't like, but I'm not about to make a video talking about Kiss players. I'd rather just not think about Kiss players. O Prime edits a thick wave, yeah. Dead End, do I have the Volvo Optimus? I don't. I think he's sick. Dramatic Razor, O Block is a place in Chicago. Okay. O Prime edits, can I join the Discord server for free or no? O Prime, I was really thinking about letting a lot of the people who have been around for a long time join the server for free. I just don't think that's fair. Like, there are people who I know in real life who joined the server and they had to pay. And that's to be fair. And the reason why we did that is to keep the Discord server somewhat safe and try to block out any bad actors. But by the same token, it would be really unfair to people for some people to pay and others not. The thing I'll say is all it takes is $1. You pay it one time. It doesn't have to be a monthly thing, and then you get permanent access. It's just that's the best way I could come to find to keep the server safe. Enemy says O Block is a really dangerous place. It is a meme to say a fictional character was found dead there. Okay, I follow. Chris Croc says, I sound of mine was Chris at 12 to 4 on Saturday, January 5th, or 25th of January. I need an alibi. Okay, I'm following. Okay. I, Rambon John of Sound Mind, was with Chris at 12 to 4 on Saturday, the 25th of January. There we go. Dead End. I got him. He's a great figure. Totally. Starscream's like, oh yeah, right. I can't join your Discord because money. Yeah, no, guys, I really am sorry about that. But again, I've seen too many videos. I've seen too many Charlie videos. I've heard about too many. I gotta watch what I say on YouTube. I found out about too many people ordering off the kids menu to want to risk anything like that. Because the reality is, I have a lot of young fans, and I would not be able to live with myself if in any way, shape, or form I was able to give a place for those fans to be abused or mistreated or manipulated. And past that, I'm really scared about people putting bad stuff in the server itself. And so we're just doing this because it was the best solution I could find. It was the best solution I could find. Jesus, I saw a video where a guy broke the girl figure that came with Kiss Player's convoy, and then he broke the disc that came with it. There you go. Oh, Primes, if you don't like it, you have to break it apart, says Hugh Adams. Azrael Sun says, I wish YouTube memberships would work for it because online my wallet can't go through Patreon. That's so weird. How, like, Patreon's such a weird, like, website. Rob, the one place that even the Decepticons won't invade, Detroit. Tell you what, I'll extend it, right? Azrael Sun or anyone else, if you don't want to do Patreon, but you would like to do YouTube memberships, we'll do the same thing for 1 month, and then like I have my email in my channel description. We could do it that way. So if anyone can't use Patreon, we could do YouTube memberships, and then that can also get access to the Discord server. Dramatic Razor says, I must go, Sigma's Rizon. There we go. Oprom Ed says, guess I'm never going to join. I don't have a job. Oi. I'm sorry, Oprom. Again, and I hate it, because I'll admit to this, and it wasn't a good idea, but it was an idea I had. I literally made a list of people, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go find really old comments of theirs, and I'm just going to, like, in those old comments say, like, hey, go email me, and I will email you directly the server link. And I had already, like, formed that list. There were people on it. Like, Doom Guy was on it, O Prime was on it, Azrael Sun was on it, Enemy was on it, Cheesimus was on it. And the reason I did it is because I realized that is incredibly unfair. That is incredibly unfair that I was going to have basically like an exclusive club where it's like, hey, everyone else has to pay, but you don't have to. And that's the reason why I didn't go through with it. But there was a point in which I was very strongly considering to do that. Bonnie says, I'm traumatized. I saw Knockout Adult Pillow. I know Dead End is going to have a field day with this one. Oh, no. Doom Guy says, get out. Dead End says, oh, my God. I'm telling Breakdown. Dramatic Rare says, ordering off the kids menu is crazy. I don't, because I can't say any other word without the stream getting flagged. It's the best I could come up with. Jesus Prime says, nah, cool, man. I order the Happy Meal sometimes to get the toy. Star Screams thought ordering off the kids menu is a crazy way to burn it, but that makes so much sense. I'm trying to figure out, because I know I stole that from something. I think I stole that from a College Humor video. That was like the death of Ronald McDonald. That was the way they implied that Grimace was into bad stuff. Oh, Prime edits POV, there's Intruder and Shockwave Haikyuu. Dead and not the Stunticonic one, there are 2 breakdowns. Dramatic Razor. Why do I keep saying I'm going to leave, but not leaving? It's the curse. It's the curse. We all get stuck here together. Birdlab says, one time my friend's Discord got raided by toxic people. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm worried about. Starscream Slut says, oh yeah, that too. I don't got Patreon. Enemy says, hell yeah. Last Prime says, I'm back, and hi. Starscream Slut, hello, hello. Enemy says, Rizon. Chris Cox says, someone get me body pillows of the aerial bots. I have my reasons. Oh no. Even Slingshot? Even Slingshot? The one who looks like a balding 40-year-old dude with aviators? Bonnie says, just imagine Shockwave with dreads. That'd be sick. I'd love that. Like Baber Shockwave. Starscream Slut says, howdy, Last Prime. Last Prime says, hi. Last Prime says, was I on it? The list? Yeah, Last Prime, you were on it. Basically, like, everyone who I talked to along the comments were all on the list, but that... like I keep saying, it just became to the point where I was looking at it, I was like, this is insanely unfair. But I had, like, I think the final count was, like, I had, like, 28 people on the list. And I was like, this isn't good. Yeah. It was an idea. It was a bad idea. Enemy says, I understand your reasoning, Ron. In the near future, I'll probably be able to join. Sick. Doom Guy says, the Decepticons can prepare their assault on your Discord server. Nope. Air Conditioner, you should only make a Discord server with only 13 of your truest fans, like the 13 Primes. Air Conditioner, what? Then that just becomes like a really weird clique. I don't know. I feel like that's also just a way that comes off like really, really bad, and wouldn't it be great? Overman says, Wheeljack, everything goes boom. Chris Cox, no, wait, about a life-size biped of Transformers, give me a 30-foot Silverbolt. Oh, God. Denon says, Wheeljack is weird. Starscream Slut says, bro, I'm so nervous when coloring my characters because I can't undo my colors. Wait. Cheesemus Prime says, I might make a server called the Cliff Jumper Fan Club. Sick. Walt says, I've seen too many public TF servers fall. That is what I'm talking about. I have been a part of some of those servers. There have been bad experiences. That is how I know and why I was so paranoid about this. Denon says, body pillows of the Fraggin. What? Oi. Oprah says, of course you think that Dead End, but then again, to be honest, he is crazy bit. Dead End says, Chris Cox of Earth, I will commit a felony. My apologies, Dead End said a felony, and then corrected to felony. Starscream's Lot says, oh yeah, you said about Discord makes you remember that mine is just kind of open for anyone to hop in. Birdlab says, how are Transformers body pillows legal? Doomaguy says, the slingshot disrespect is crazy. You guys are going to hate me for saying this. You want to know the main reason I'm not getting Age of the Prime Superion is I don't want to own Slingshot. I'm not one of those people who talk about like, oh, this is the worst Transformers character. I hate Slingshot. I can't think of a Slingshot I like. Rob's Video Workshop says, G2 Megatron gives me the vibe of a guy that will obliterate you but will chug an entire bottle full of Fat Cola while singing Yankee Doodle. Why does that make total sense? Starscream's Lot might have to find a way to have people verified. That makes sense. Last Prime says maybe. Bonnie says, also, the Shockwave with Dreads has a Glaucomus Prime arm. Doomaguy says, Age of the Primes, give me animated Wasp Inator, and my life is yours. There we go. Amy says, I don't even have a Discord yet. A matter of fact, I'll download it now. Last Prime says, Age of Primes, give me TF1 Primes, and my life is yours. There we go. She says, what's your Discord call, Mr. Starscreams a lot? Oi. Alright, we've caught up with comments. We've also been going for an hour 20. There's a part of me that is really ready to end it here because my voice is tired. At the same time, we built one. We built one model kit. Dead End says all the aerial bots are lame. Alright, Shockblar, get out of the way. We're going to build one more. We're going to build one more. And then we're going to call it a night. Doop. Alright. Just for anyone who is maybe wasn't here at the beginning, you can get Optimus Prime, Grimlock, Sideswipe, Beachcomber, Soundwave, Sunstorm, and this toy version of Optimus. So far, we have Grimlock, Sideswipe, and Beachcomber. That leaves Optimus, Soundwave, and Sunstorm. What if Optimus Prime got a low... what? A low taper fade. I don't know what that means. Star Scrimslot says, this link in my channel description don't work. Last Prime says, okay. Bunny says, computing better. Ezreal Sun says, I'm be back from Fortnite. Gonna get on membership stuff once my wallet recovers from Miku. Makes sense. Chris Cox says, I gotta bounce, peeps. I got to hug Slingshot extra hard, extra hard. Oh no. It was good to see you, Chris Cox. I'll see you later. Okay. I'll catch up on comments in a bit. Let's get to building. Doop. Who do I hope this is? I don't know. Doop. Oh. Okay, I'm seeing blue. This is the special variant Optimus. Oh, sick. Oh, sick. That's so sick. That's awesome. I've only ever gotten the special variant once with Shockwave, but no, this is the toy colors Optimus. This is so great. This is the only one of all the Optimuses since Wave 1 that I wanted, and I thought I'd never get it because it's the variant. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I'm pretty happy right now. Sometimes life is pretty cool. Oh, this is going to be great. All right, let's build up our boy. Doop. I believe in Optimus Prime. I do. Man, that's the thing, right? When I was a teenager and like kind of a preteen too, I hated Optimus Prime. I was one of those kids who was like, man, Optimus is so dumb. It was around the same time that I fell out of love with Superman. But nowadays, a good Optimus, oh god, a new Optimus is just perfect. It's a thing where I can't think of many quote-unquote good Optimuses. I know that there are a lot, but like in my head, it's like, who's still the best Optimus? It's G1 Optimus. Armada Optimus is also really up there for me, but it's hard, I think, to do a good Optimus. At least the Optimus that I like, because the Optimus that I like, we're not going to be talking about the 13 primes, and he's not going to be focused on not using consonants. I like an Optimus Prime that likes to party. I like an Optimus Prime that is more than happy to have a soap opera that he really loves, and talks about drooling when he means dribbling. That's what I love, is I love Dad Optimus. I think everyone's so preoccupied trying to do the next great allegory Optimus, the next great legendary leader Optimus, that like we all kind of forgot what made him cool, which was just Optimus is a good dad. He's a really good dad. He's the type of guy that you know, I don't want to get really dour tonight, but like if you were like me and maybe you grew up and you didn't really have a dad or a good role model in the house, like Optimus meant so much to you, man. He did. And I know that's generic to say, but it's a big reason as to why Superman was my favorite superhero too. It's because like they're just too good. They're just too good. And Superman is my favorite superhero. I feel like I've talked about that a lot, but I also think that sometimes people don't know just how much I love Superman, because I'm a Transformers channel. But Superman is, like, I have so many Superman comics that I go back and reread, like, basically every other week. Like, I reread Superman Red and Blue constantly. I reread Superman, All-Star Superman constantly. A good Superman and a good Optimus, man. That's all I need. That's all I need in life. It's a big thing I liked about Earthspark, too. I feel like for the first time in a long time, we got back to Optimus just being a cool dude and not necessarily like a religious figure, you know? Because in Prime and in IDW and a lot of the other Optimuses, they really lean into this idea that Optimus Prime is like this almost messianic character, to the point where like he's even a member of the 13 Primes. And I hate it. That is so uninteresting to me. Like, the reason Optimus is so amazing is because he's a normal dude. It's not because he was this... It's the same reason why I hate Chosen One storylines. As soon as a character is quote-unquote destined for greatness, I am no longer interested in that character. Because I hate this idea that, like, oh yeah, you know, you're just born better. You know, built different. I like an Optimus where, you know, they have to... They are just a normal person. And yet, despite being a normal person, they're so amazing and so impactful to the world around them. That to me, that's such a better story and such a more impactful story. I know I'm droning on a lot, guys. I'm sorry. But when you got me, like, just building up the model kits, I'm not really able to read the comments. You're kind of just getting, like, unfiltered Ron, the Ron that knows that they need to talk right now, but maybe doesn't know what to talk about. I just realized I put these legs on wrong. Go on like this. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Ah, all right. And then the oil drums. I say oil drums. Those aren't what these are they? That's not for oil. Is it? Might be. I don't know. I don't know trucks. I don't know semi-trucks all that well. Literally everything I know about semi-trucks come from Optimus Prime. I've never been a truck driver. What can I say? I've unloaded stuff from trucks plenty of times. You need someone to work a pallet jack. You need someone to start doing assembly, taking things off. I'm your guy. I can do that. But don't tell me to drive the damn thing. Ah, there we go. It's looking so good, man. It's looking so good. This is looking great. Oh, God, it's looking good. Okay, building up the arms. I'm going to say it now. I think this is going to wind up being my favorite Blokees Optimus. This just looks so amazing. Just absolutely incredible. I'm also just a sucker for the G1 toy Optimus design. I'm just a total sucker for it. It's a big thing where, like, I wish that Legacy had a cartoon, because I would have loved to have seen the toy design in animation, because I think it's a strong design by itself. I'll tell you guys this too. So I just did that Bob Bubiansky Simon Furman video. It just went up today. Admittedly, it's not doing great in terms of views, which, to be fair, I get it. It's very different. I am kind of sad, just because that was a video I was really excited for, and I was really hoping, like, oh, I hope this does as well as, like, a Mini Toys Of episode, and admittedly, it didn't. At the same time, you know, that's part of it. Sometimes you make a new type of video and it really works. Other times, not so much. You know, sometimes I do movie reviews. Movie reviews tend to do pretty good. Toys That Broke the Mold did really well. But, sometimes you just gotta figure out the stuff that will work and won't work, and it's all part of the process. You're never gonna succeed if you don't fail a little bit. And even then, I wouldn't say that this was a failure. I think it's just, I really enjoyed the video. That for the people it worked for, I think a lot of people got something out of it, which is great. Like I said before, all that matters with any of the videos is, did one person like it? So I wouldn't even call this one a video. It's just not quite the big hit for the channel I thought maybe it could have been. But who knows? Maybe it'll be one of those videos that, like, down the road, I'll look back on the views and I'll be like, oh, wow, this is actually, like, a massive video for me. It just, you know, took time. That happens all the time. A lot of the Mini Toys Of, when they first come out, they're actually pretty bad in terms of views. But then as time goes on, they build up. And, like, the Mini Toys of Thundercracker, believe it or not, was actually, like, one of my lowest rated many toys of when it came out. And now it is the single video that has gotten the most subscriptions from it. Like, by all metrics, it's one of my most successful videos. But you would have never guessed that looking at the first 24 hours. Oh, wow, that is tough. Getting that smokestack in. There we go. I will say, he's rather stocky in his arms. I wish maybe the arms were just a little bit longer. He's kind of having issues colliding in on himself. But other than that, he's so good. He's so good looking. I really like this Optimus. I wish... Can I get the head lower, maybe? Yeah, I got the head a little bit lower. And then... I'm just going to give him the 2 closed fists, just because that's how the toy was. Alright, and then the Ion Blaster. He's looking good. He's looking really good. He looks perfect, even. Alright. Time to catch up on some comments. Let's see here. Bonnie says Computron. Cheesemus says, I'm going to go expose Mr. Rombot to Jump for forgetting to put Trumpeter Cliff Jumper in the Many Toys a Cliff Jumper. Oh no. Last Prime says, I check it, Starscreams a lot. Doom Guy says, lower tape fade, yeah. Enemy says, it's the ninja meme me and Shocks were telling you about. Oh, okay, I follow. Starscreams a lot says, Ite, Last Prime. Doom Guy says, lower tape fade, the meme is massive. Ezreal's Son, what a way to cap off. Doom Guy says, only second try. Starscreams a lot says, W pull from Ron. Dan says, enemy, I'm going to put you to the moon in a few hours, I'm busy. Rob says, plan to make a video about random Transformers toys I want to talk about because I really want to talk about Transformers stuff and I was inspired from your videos. That's sick, Rob. Let me know when you make them. Like, leave a comment somewhere. I'll go check that out. We need more people. We need more cool people making cool stuff. Last Prime says, Special Needs Prime. What? I don't know. Prime Edit says, do you know what is also massive? Oy. Rob says, sick. Air Conditioner says, how about you make a server with the amount of members being equal to the amount of Transformers that exists? Air Conditioner, how could you even quantify that? Because I think there's literally millions of them now. Because, like, there's so many backgrounders. Broad Lab says, Shinimus Prime. The Last Prime says, I fixed my Yellow Park Optimus. Sick. Doom Guy says, I kind of wish Blokees would make figures where you can get a separate figure instead of having to do a blind box. You can't just get the special variants. That would be nice if, like, you could actually choose who you get. Bird Lab says, I like Optimus Prime. That's a in-between from G1 and Prime. Oh, totally. I think that there's a lot of cool Optimus Prime aesthetics out there. Last Prime says, forgot to say I finished watching Transformers Animated and I'm now watching Transformers Armada. Sick! Those are my 2 favorite shows. Dan says, Booster Gold is the best superhero. I love Booster Gold. He's great. Starscream's like, in my stop-motion series, when I decided to stop procrastinating and begin making the trailer, I'm going to have Optimus be the dad type, but I'm still cool and strong. Yeah. Dan says, J-Motion Core. Starscream Slut says, also, eBay, give me affordable Jack-specific Neo Metal Sonic, and my life is yours. Oi, that toy was so hard to get. Last Prime, wait, you don't have a dad either? Hey, me either, twins! No, Last Prime, you want to know what's sick? Is how many Transformers fans out there apparently don't have 2 paternal, or 2 parent units. That's what I found out. Oh, Prime edits, Optimus has been mewing too much. Oh, Prime edits, that is why Optimus Prime of Armada is so cool. Enemy says, preach, brother. Dead says, hey, Lord Megatron is a normal dude, too. Cheesemus Prime says, my dad got me Yellow Park Cog to Orion for Christmas. Sick. Bonnie says, Optimus committed war crimes on Cybertron. Yeah, he did. Guy, oh, Prime Edit says, make the Blokees G1 Optimus do a fake truck mode. I don't think there's a way. Well, maybe you could, actually. I mean, waste. Is this going to work? There. A perfect truck. Oh, I gotta find back where I was now. Enemy says, enemy, I'm gonna hurt you in a few hours when I'm back to base. Enemy says, not again. Lab says, I like a truck. Last Prime says, again. Dan says, be happy, I'm busy right now. Last Prime says, Enemy, do you need help? Bonnie says, Enemy, the Decepticon is awesome. Dead End says, not say what I'm doing though. Oprah says, Dead End, you are a psychopath. Dead End says, no, that's Wild Rider. Enemy says, someone called Cassette Protective Services. Cheeseman says, have you heard of Jack Stabber? I've not. Last Prime says, Dead End, go to therapy. Cheeseman says, I just realized I listen to bands that girls my age listen to despite me being a boy. Well, I mean, music is music. You don't have to, like, gender music. You know, when I was growing up, there were a lot of people who said, like, oh, you know, Britney Spears was, like, girls' music. But boys were listening to that just as much. Dead End says, you sound like Slash, Mr. Last Prime. Rob says, I like Optimus being the embodiment of the chill dad or grandpa you see at the family barbecue that is just a normal nice guy who just happens to be a super powerful guy that just doesn't care. I agree. Last Prime says Slash is right there, Dead End. Dead End says she's a Dinobot, she's never right. Rob says he's basically the robot version of Superman, but older. Yeah. Cheeseman says, I think I might review the movie First Bump soon because I watched it for the first time around a week ago and I really like the movie. Sick. Dead End says, Dead End, are you insane because you combine? Dead End just says, I'm just lonely. Last Prime says, with your friends. Dead End says, they are not my friends. Oi. Bonnie says, I have 86 Optimus and 86 Bumblebee firing his weapon. Sick. O Prime says, JK. Last Prime says, get friends then, Dead End. Bonnie says, haha, Bumblebee is best. Dead End says, I don't need your sounding like Slash again. If I was to take the advice, I'd take it from my wife, not from you. Last Prime says, wait, Slash is your wife? Dead End says, yes. Last Prime says, when was this? Birdlove says, Ayo. Dead End says, Cyburn just sold the rights to Hasbro and Takara. O Prime Ed says, how would that even work? A small bot and a big bot? Aye. Last Prime says, oh. Dead End says, no comment. Enemy says, I'd say Dead Ends? Last Prime says, lol. Bonnie says, RID 2015, severely overhated. Totally agree. Enemy says, like Medium, I would know he's beaten me to near death before. Jesus. Dead says, O Prime says, Dead End, you know Cyburn is coming for you. You are a red sports car. Cyburn is a simp for red sports cars. Starscream Slut says, I'm a Transformers fan with both parents. There we go! Doom Guy says, RID 2015 has cool designs, but everything else is meh. Doom Guy, you say that, everything I've seen of Stilljaw makes me think that he's like one of the best villains Transformers has ever had. I've loved every clip I've seen of him. Starscream Slut says, I must be an exception. Also, is it just me or is it lagging? It might be lagging. It's still snowing. Dead End says, no, just you. Pooh says, yo, hey, Pooh, how's it going? Doom Guy says, remove his hands and head and it will look a bit better. Last Prime says, no, it's lagging for you. Bird's Lab says, it's 20 or 480p for me right now. Bonnie says, bro, I ordered Optimus Primal MP and now they won't send it and they live on the other side of America. You know what? They live on Overhurst, California. Oi. Just for official, can I see Bumblebee Skywarp? Yeah, here, I'll go grab it in a minute. O Prime says, Enemy, if you're a cassette, who is your master? Last Prime says, my Optimus is a very cool dad and badass. Cheeseman says, damn it, I'm going to do something horrible because I found Anime Blur for 30 on eBay, but his arm is broken and I still need him. Well, don't buy him if he's broken, Cheesemus. Boo says, will you be getting Blokees Wave 6? Absolutely, I will. Starscream's Lot says, Mechasonic Mark 1 is almost complete. Sick. Cheesemus says, I'm a Transformers fan without a mother, but she was super cool when she was still alive. Oy. I know how that feels, Cheesemus. But hey, that's the cool thing about the fandom, is we can all kind of just relate with each other like that. Enemy says, Barricade is who I reside in. Last Prime says, oh, Cheesemus. Prime and it says, okay, call him. And then Last Prime says, she sounds cool, though. Alright. What was I getting? Bumblebee movie Skywarp. Yep. Here we go. Bumblebee movie Skywarp. I really like this one. Usually I don't like Skywarp with that much gray, but I think it is pretty cool. Let's see here. Dead End says humans. Pooh says Blokees should do a galaxy version of Skybot, my favorite Transformer ever. That'd be so nice. And Last Prime says, you sound like you were in pain when you stood up. Last Prime, that's because I have a bad back and a bad knee. Transformers Official says, I absolutely love him. And Pooh says, my name isn't pronounced Pooh. Oh, my apologies. Oprah, you said you don't like Skywarp. 3Ms is coming for you now. I like Skywarp. I just don't like these colors, but I think it works. Dead says, Slash says I should stop being mean to humans. Alright, and Bonnie says, Dead End, you should beat up Menasor and become leader. Alright, guys, we've been going for a long while. It's been over an hour and a half. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an awesome stream. I won't lie, it's been a rough couple of days, but this has been the most fun I've had in all that time. So, thank you guys for watching. Oh, a few more comments. Who would I like to see in Blokees Wave 7? I want to see Armada, guys. Jesus, I'm going to keep harassing my sister, and I might stop when I get an animated blur. There you go. What colors do you normally want Thrust to be? I like him to be green always. I'm fine with it because I like Armada Thrust, but red is nice. Yeah, I'm sorry, Pooh. Pal, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. But yeah, we've been going for a while. Enemy says, bye, guys. Primate says, okay. Oh, well, okay. Enemy says, I'm going to hide from Dead End now. Dead End says, Motormaster is, I'm not getting, what? Just says, okay, chat, unfortunate how I got here late, but it's been fun. It's been a ton of fun, guys. Oh, Primate says, bye, Ron. Open Nick's box tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do this tomorrow, but we'll do it again soon. Oh, and it's all good. You know, we are going to have good days and bad days. But, my apologies. I just kind of had a little bit of a blank. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for giving me this little bit of time with you. And we'll see you the next time we'll go live. Thank you, guys. Doop.